Did you know about the family caregiver benefit? Listen to our Alls Around Town stories to learn more. Hello, Walt and John here from the Deposit Valley Walk to End Alzheimer's. I have John Rowlinson here from TriPlus Services. And John is a committee member of the Deposit Valley Alzheimer's Committee and has 15 years of experience in the insurance industry. John, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and why this may be important for our constituents?
We're a third-party administrator that works with long-term care insurance carriers. On a day-to-day basis, we work with individuals and families who are experiencing the effects of cognitive disorders like Alzheimer's disease, and a significant number of claims we administer are related to cognitive disorders. Personally, when I started at TriPlus, we participated in the Walk to End Alzheimer's a few months after, and since that time, it has become our yearly cause, and personally, I've become more involved, and we feel a very special connection to the Alzheimer's Association and the work the association does to support the community and those affected by Alzheimer's on a day-to-day basis.
John, tell us how you think insurance companies are handling this pandemic.
So, as we know, COVID-19 has had a tremendous impact on everybody from a personal level, social level, and it's also had a major impact on long-term care insurance. What we're seeing is that insurance carriers are needing to make some changes and what we call policy variations to allow for individuals to make some difficult decisions during this time, which may include taking a family member home from a facility. And what we're trying to do is help our policyholders and our clients deal with social distancing, as well as accessing other types of care during this pandemic. One of the examples that we're working with our clients and policyholders on is allowing for family members to care for an individual, even if the policy may not particularly have a family member benefit. So what we recommend you do is contact your insurance carrier and discuss those situations and see what the options may be for you.
So John, what kind of question do you hear a lot in your work that could help our constituents?
Sure, so kind of piggybacking on what I just mentioned, one of the questions that we receive a lot is, I would like to take my family member out of a facility and bring her home or him home.
That's interesting, John. Why would someone ask the insurance company that question? Isn't that just a personal decision?
Yes, it is. It is a very personal question, and we do understand that people want the best for their loved ones. So what we recommend is speaking with the insurance carrier if you ultimately decide that you are going to bring a loved one home, because there may be some ramifications from a policy standpoint, and you also want to make sure that you're going to be able to provide the care that your loved one needs. Taking care of somebody on a day-to-day basis can be very difficult, especially if they're showing symptoms of dementia, which may have changed since the last time that you cared for them. So seek guidance from your loved one's primary care physician, and also note that if you do decide to take somebody out of a facility against medical advice, there could be some legal ramifications. So I also recommend consulting with your attorney.
So what do you suggest you do to prepare for any financial consequences?
So what I definitely recommend anybody do is speak with the care facility that your loved one is in. Know whether or not you will still be charged should you take that individual out. Also, once the pandemic is over and you would like to have your loved one back into the facility, is that going to be allowed? Other things that you want to understand are, from a policy standpoint, will benefits still be paid to the facility if you remove a loved one out of there? And find out if your insurance policy covers home health care, and additionally, whether or not you could be considered a provider under that policy.
Wait, what you just said is very interesting, John. Some insurance carriers may pay a family member to care for the insured. You said it is called the family caregiver benefit. Can you explain that a little more?
Absolutely. So some long-term care insurance policies have what's called a family caregiver benefit. This allows for a family member to care for a loved one while they're at home and be reimbursed for it. Under some policies, the family member does not need to have licensure or certification to be able to provide that care. But there are some important questions that you want to ask yourself. One of which is, in the absence of insurance, would there be a charge incurred? Also, who is really considered a family member? take a grandchild, for example. He or she may not actually be considered a family member under the insurance policy, and they may actually be eligible for benefits under a different part of the policy. So thinking about that family caregiver benefit, take into consideration the rate of pay that the family member receives for the care provided. Some insurance carriers will have a set rate for what family caregivers are able to receive. It may be the state minimum wage or the federal minimum wage. Some insurance carriers will utilize a website like salary.com to determine what will be reimbursed for that family caregiver. As I mentioned before, it's very important to not only understand the policy information, but also have that conversation with the insurance carrier to understand all the benefits and to make sure that whatever decision you do make, it is something that either is or is not covered, and you understand where that may go.
Well, this is important information, John, and we thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time and for supporting our efforts as a committee member of the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Neponset Valley. Our goal is to help educate, advocate, and to find a cure for Alzheimer's. Please register for the Foxborough or Fall River Walk at alz.org/walk. Be well and stay safe. And thank you for your support.